and we're talking about checking in. We're making sure that things are going the way they need to. Remember, on our 90-day journey, we've got to stay focused. We've got to stay committed. We've got to show up and do the work. And so I'm making sure I'm showing up here to let you know it's time to win, Go Getters. Yes, the midweek we survived. That means whatever you experienced these last couple of days, you survived it. Whatever trial, whatever challenge, whatever obstacle you face, you are still here, my friend. And so that's something to be celebrated because guess what? Your goals matter. Your goals matter. Every 90 days, we're showing up with intention. So it's no different. So today we're in the midweek. So it's time for us to reset, for us to refocus and to check our progress. How have you been doing? Have you been keeping track of how you're moving, how things are going for you? Because we don't have time for procrastination. We don't have time for drifting. It is time for us to lock in. We've been talking about this since September. So as we emerge to the last month of the year, we still got to make sure that we're staying focused, we're fired up for our wins, and we believe in the work that we're doing. See, locking in is moving with intention. And so today is the day that we choose to check in and to see how things are going. This is the day that we say that we want to take some time to reset, to understand the urgency of the work that we're doing, and then also to tell ourselves that we won't procrastinate. And to help us not procrastinate, we've got to be mindful of how we're using our time, who we're using our time with, and then understand that we got to keep moving because time is moving. So the question is, are you moving? Because we know time is moving and it is moving extremely quickly. So we are officially in the middle of the week. And the clock is not slowing down, my friend. So that means we have to be very careful. Every day you delay doing the things you need to do, you are giving your future away. That might be harsh, but that's the reality of it because your time is so valuable now. So you have to take advantage of it. You have to use it wisely. You have to decide that the goals that you have for yourself, they're too important. And so you're not going to delay you achieving what it is you desire. That means you are locked in. I want to know on a scale of 1 to 10, how focused have you been this week? Have you been 10? Have you been totally locked in? Have you been 9? You've been locked in, but you've noticed the distractions. Have you been 1? You just had distractions everywhere and it has not allowed you to take action. You have to decide on the scale of 1 to 10 how you're doing this week. And based on that, you can make changes because here's what happens in the midweek. You can choose to realign with your goals. Remember, you are in the driver's seat. You have control, my friend. And because you have control, you can choose to say, I'm going to realign with my goals because the week is not over. You still have time to shift, to adjust, and to execute your plans. You have time, but you must use it wisely. And here's the thing. You come in here, you got to be intentional. You got to be tapping on the screen. You got to be sharing this live out with your friends and family because there is someone that needs this message today. See, they've allowed for distractions to get them off their game and they're feeling despondent and they're feeling confused. And I'm here to let you know, Coach Sandy B, live here right now to let you know this is a time that you can realign. This is a time that you can make a shift. This is a time that you can adjust and execute. So by the end of this week, you can feel excited. You can feel motivated because you were able to get back in line and do the things you need to do. That's why the midweek check-in is so critical because it's reminding you of where you are, what you weren't able to take care of, but also telling you that the time is still of the essence. It is of the essence. So you still have time. A midweek check-in protects you from drifting too far away. Because if you drift too far away, that means you're getting further and further away from what you desire to achieve. And you don't want that to happen. So now is the time for you to decide if you're going in the right direction. You are protecting yourself from drifting too far away off your path because you have a path. You have a plan and you have a focus. And so if you allow yourself to drift, it is taking you longer. You are delaying the future that you want. So that's why you got to lock in, my friends. What's one goal you must complete before Sunday? Ask yourself, what's one goal you must complete before Sunday? For me, I need to publish 2 episodes before this Sunday so I can be in line and on schedule to achieve my goals. We all got goals, but are you going to take the time to honor your goals? Because, my friend, I must tell you, your goals matter. They matter. And because they matter, that means you have to do the work. You have to show up. You have to be intentional. You have to say, right now is the time for me to lock in. Right now is the time for me to not allow distractions to get me off my game. What one goal you must complete before Sunday? Because if you are honoring your time and the thing you say you want, you've got to be intentional. So what are you doing? I just told you 2 episodes I'm getting published before Sunday because I'm a goal getter and I have to make sure I do those things in order to help me be on track to achieve my goals. Because we all have goals, right? Or we should. You can't just be drifting through life. You want to make sure you're moving with purpose and intention. And so by setting your goals and actually actioning them, you're telling yourself that your goals matter. You're telling yourself that this time is important to you. So you're doing the things that will lead to your success because your future depends on what you do right now. Understand, procrastination, if you allow it, will steal your progress. If you don't take action and if you don't close that gap, that's what procrastination is. We talk about it a lot because I want you to remember, I want this to be in your mind when you think about delaying something you need to get done, because that procrastination is a gap. Either you're closing it by your actions or you're widening it by your inaction. Are you closing the gap of procrastination by taking action daily, or are you widening it by delaying the things you need to get done? Everything that you delay, you're making that procrastination gap bigger and bigger. And then it seems harder to get where you need to be because your action and your intention, that gap between it, that's the procrastination. So if you want to achieve things, you've got to take action to get closer to what you intend to happen. So what are you doing today? How are you showing up and doing the work? Now's the time for you to lock in. Now's the time for you to understand that you cannot afford to have procrastination steal your progress. Do you know procrastination is silent? It feels harmless until you look up and realize nothing's moved, nothing's changed. You're still in the same place. That's how silent procrastination is, because it will have you believe that it's okay if you miss a day. It's okay if you don't take action. It's okay if you rest. You think it's harmless until you look up and you realize nothing's moved. That work that you needed to get done has not been done. Then you feel stressed. Then you feel panicked. Then you feel as if it's too much for you to handle. But if you take a time to lock in and focus on little actions that lead to those big results, that's what it is. You are putting in the work. You are showing up. Every day you delay working on the things that you know are important, you are delaying your wins. You're delaying your future. You've got to decide that you will lock in. You are not tired. You are just not aligned. Sometimes we allow for that silence of procrastination to hinder our growth. See, you are not tired. You are unaligned. You need to get aligned with your purpose. Why do you want to do the things you desire to do? Why do you care in this moment to achieve the things you want to achieve? You've got to decide and ask yourself these questions. What's one thing you've been avoiding since Monday? Now we getting somewhere. You got to be honest with yourself. It's not about you telling me, but it's about you knowing for yourself, what have you been putting off since Monday? It's the midweek. Can you lock in to get it done? There are some things I know I had to get done today because I wanted to get it done since Monday. So I got one of those things done. There's some other work I need to do in my school community to get it done. And there's no excuse. I have to lock in to do it. I want it done. I've got to get it done. There's no one I can complain to. There's no one I can say I didn't do my part. You've got to do your part. So ask yourself, here's a question. What's the one thing you've been avoiding since Monday? Take action for it today. The urgency must be there in order for you to build that momentum. And that urgency helps create that momentum that you desire, because you know, in order to get where you need to get to, you got to do those things you don't necessarily like to do. And that's what it is. That's where that discipline comes in, right? That's when that burning desire has to be executed, because you're always not going to be motivated, but will you still move forward? That's where you have to choose focus. We talked about that yesterday, right? Are you choosing focus over your inaction? You know you've got to do this work. So that urgency is going to help create that momentum that you need. See, you don't need pressure, you need urgency. When you move now, you build the muscle that carries you through the rest of the week. So think about exercising. The more you exercise, the stronger you get. And then you feel as if you can go a step further. You're always stretching yourself for your goals. You're always doing something new in order to get you to where you need to go. So you've got to decide for yourself, what is your top priority for the next 24 hours? What will you focus on? What will you pay attention to? What will you complete? Sometimes we think it's going to take a long time to complete a thing, but it really just takes our focus and our dedication. Something you thought would take you 2 or 3 hours, if you lock in, you can get it done in an hour. I'm not telling you something that I heard, I tell you something that I live. Sometimes I'm telling myself, oh, it's going to take me a while to edit that episode. But when I actually sit down and do it, something I thought would take me an hour and a half, 2 hours, ends up taking me an hour, ends up taking me 45 minutes. It's just you getting the energy to start. It's just you saying, I will move. I will take a step. I will not allow distractions to hinder my progress. You've got to be so clear. You've got to be so focused. And so as you look at this midweek, you got to be honest with yourself. What have you been delaying? Welcome in, my friends. We're live on the TikTok platform and we're live on our YouTube channel because we've got goals. And the question for us in this midweek is, what have we been delaying since Monday? What work that you need to be getting done, you delayed? The thing is, you got to be accountable to yourself. You can tell me anything, but are you being truthful to yourself? You know the things you need to do. You know the distractions that have led you to not make the progress you need to make, but it's up to you. Remember, you are the problem and you are the solution. So you decide to focus. You decide to take some time to do that thing you've been delaying since Monday. So by the time you get to Friday, you can feel really encouraged, really excited because you chose to do the work. Remember, we're in the lock-in season. That's right. That is right. So we have to stay intentional. When we lock in, we are saying no distraction is going to hinder my progress. We turn off the noise and we turn up the intention. So what that looks like is your focus. That says you're not taking that phone call. That says you turn that phone off. That says you put that phone in another room. That says you lock in, you put your timer on, and you get the work done because you care about what you are doing. That says you don't delay doing other things. You focus on what you know you can't control. It's up to you. We're going up and we're being intentional. Focus is how you catch up. Discipline is how you stay ahead. And you've got to remember, if you want to get further, you got to get with the people that can help you on your journey. You don't have to do it alone, my friends. We talk about that all the time because you desire to go fast, go alone. But if you desire to go far, if you desire to have longevity, you want to do it in community. That's where we get together and we build and we grow and we talk about how we can use synergies in our services and our knowledge to help each other. You don't have to go through this journey alone. Remember, focus is how you catch up and discipline is how you stay ahead. You want to stay ahead of the game? You got to do the things that other people aren't doing. You want to move faster, you got to get up. You got to sacrifice things that other people won't. Maybe you're sacrificing your time hanging out with people because you are locked in to achieve the things you desire. I am okay with saying, friend, not now. I can't hang out with you this weekend because I got things to do. I can't go to that event with you because I have things to do, because I'm focused on my goals. And here's the thing, whether you like it or not, I'm doing what's best for me. A lot of times we feel like we need to please people. We have to do what other people think in detriment of what we need. No, now is not the time to feel like you need to please other people and put yourself on the back burner. You've got to commit to what it is you want, and you've got to lock in. If you're committed to not allowing distractions to get in your way, give me a green heart in the chat. Let me know you're here. This is how we communicate. This is how we show up and be intentional. If you're about what you say you're about, let me know. Put a green chat in the comments, because you must know that committing to doing the work is how you win. Committing to show up and be intentional, that's how you're able to move forward and do the things you need to. So here's the thing, community equals accountability. Community equals accountability. You don't have to navigate procrastination alone. You've done it before and you still found yourself depleted. You've still found yourself not achieving the things you said you desire to. Welcome in, friends. So if you want to be serious this time, if you actually want to see change this time, come join the Win Collective community. That's where we hone in on your needs, on your vision, making sure you are staying accountable. See, I'm the coach and I am ready to put you into the game. Welcome in, fam, but you've got to be ready to play. That means you come to the game ready. You've done your exercises. Thank you for being here. You have done the work. Now it's time for you to get in the game. Remember, we're in the fourth quarter, and the fourth quarter, that's when we put the shooters in. We put the shooters that are ready to play. They get in the game. So here's the thing. If you are not ready, don't come, because you're going to be frustrated, because you got to be ready to get out there on that coach, to get out on the court. Couldn't get that word out. Here's the thing. No more playing small. You can't sit on the bench. We don't have bench riders over here. I'm the coach that lets you play. I'm not going to let you hide behind on the bench because you told me you want to win the championship. And so in order for you to win, you got to get in the game, fam. So are you getting in the game? Are you ready to show up and do the work? Because that's what it requires: dedication, focus, and discipline. You've got to say that I'm ready to lock in. I'm ready to achieve my goals. You don't have to continue in that spiral, in that cycle of procrastination, in that cycle of beating yourself up, in that cycle of being frustrated. Because here's the thing, you continue to tell yourself, yeah, I keep procrastinating. I don't know why. But you're not moving forward. You beat yourself up. You mentally tell yourself, I'm not good at this. I'm slowing down. I can't get it done. But guess what? Nothing happens. No progress is made. Just continuing negative thoughts, negative thoughts. You're telling yourself negative things, and that's why you're not able to move forward. You got to speak life to yourself. You've got to believe. You've got to forgive yourself. Yesterday was the past. Yes, you didn't get those things done yesterday. Yes, you didn't get them done yesterday, but today you are locked in order so you can move with intention, so you can get some things done. So what can you do today? How can you make sure you execute some plans today? Thank you, my friend. How can you say that today is going to be the change? Today I'm going to show up. I invite you, be intentional. Check in my bio, sign up, talk to me about what you need. Send me a message. Send me a message, because I'm serious about helping people who want the help. So if you are serious about taking that next level, you feel stuck, you feel as if there's so much chaos around you, I have the perfect opportunity for you to lock in. I have chaos to clarity sessions that I'm doing. And these sessions are powerful opportunities for you to sit down with me and talk about what you're currently experiencing, the challenges you're going through, and then we talk about if 90 Day Wins coaching is where you need to be. We talk about if you are ready to be put in the game. After our session, you will know exactly if you're ready to take the step. See, with my coaching, I make sure this space is where you check in, you stay aligned, and you win because we are continuously looking at where you are. We are continuously looking at your progress, making sure you're on the right path, make sure you're aligned with the vision you say you want for your future. And we make sure that you are mentally tough to handle the journey because it is a journey that you've got to be mentally prepared for. And so your mindset has to be right. And so we read books that help you ignite the passion with you and to keep you lit. We start with Ignite the Goal Getter Within. This is my book here because I want you to know I've been where you are. I know what it is to feel frustrated, to give so much of myself to a job, to give so much of myself to other people, but realizing that I wasn't achieving my goals. That's why I wrote my book, because I wanted to tell all those high achieving men and women that they could choose to show up for their own wins. They could choose to believe in themselves. They could choose to say, you know what, I desire something different for my life, and then take action towards getting it. It starts with you saying, I want something different. So I'm encouraging you today, if you're ready for something different, check out my bio. Check out the information that I have there. My School Win Collective community is where we work on our goals and our plans to win together. The thing is, if you want to go far, you've got to get in community. It's time for you to say you want to take action. This midweek, it helps you determine how your week is going. It helps you identify the places where you are moving with progress or the places that need some attention. It helps you sit down and identify for yourself how things are going. See, if you choose to lock in today, the rest of your week will shift. It will shift in ways that you can't even imagine. Because once you decide to put in the work and to take that step for your wins, amazing things happen. Welcome in, welcome in. And so you taking action today, you are saying your goals matter. So I'm encouraging you, take action before midnight today. Welcome in. Take action with intention because you believe so strongly in the work that you are doing. Show up and say, you know what? It's my time. It is your time, because here's the thing, time is moving very quickly. So you must stay intentional and you must stay focused in order to achieve your wins. Now is not the time to say you are ready to give up. We're at the championship. If you are that MVP, you're digging deep. You are stretching yourself. It's been a long season, but you're at the end. So that means you can't give up. You've got to pull from that energy with inside you. That's why you're in community, because we're all feeling it, right? We're all looking to achieve things. We're all looking to get to that next level win. So we are making sure we're around the people that can help us move with intention. And that's why I'm doing my part by showing up on TikTok and showing up on YouTube. I'm letting my community know I'm here and I'm live and I'm ready to help you. It's up to you to take the step to reach out to me, because I can't help you decide that it's time to take action. You must know it for yourself. You've got to be able to say, put me in, Coach Sandy B. I'm ready to get my wins. I'm ready to ignite the passion within me. I'm ready to show up and do the work. If not now, when, my friends? When will you lock in? When will you say, I've got a goal and I want to achieve it? Because the time's now. The time is now. There's no better time for you to focus than now. There's no better time for you to say, I want to achieve my goals than now. It is the midweek. Whatever you've been delaying since Monday, do it today. Do it before the end of the day and watch your week shift. When you take action on the things you've been procrastinating on, your energy shifts. your mindset shift. You believe in yourself because you tell yourself, wow, I took a step closer. You can see the fruits of your labor. So continue to keep moving. Don't allow the distractions to get you off your game. Don't allow the people that aren't doing anything to show you down, because your time is moving so quickly and you've got to have a sense of urgency. You have no time for procrastination, no time for drifting through life. You are locked in and you are moving with the intention today because you know how valuable this time is. And you know the work you do today is preparing for the future that you say you want. So by locking in, by being committed, by understanding that each step you take is leading you closer to your goals, you can be encouraged to know that you can start what you finish. But if you choose to delay, every day you delay, you are literally giving your future away. And I don't know about you, I want to own my future. I don't want to give it away. I want to own my future by taking action today, by showing up today, by being intentional today. Thank you all for being here. We are almost at 45 minutes in, and I need you to help me. I need you to help me tap up the screen, share this live to 5 besties. Let's get some people in here. Welcome to those that are watching from our YouTube channel here. I'm Coach Sandy B, and I'm just fired up because I know what it is to feel as if you can't move forward. I know what it is to feel as if you're stuck. I know what it is to feel as if there's got to be something more to life. And not until I stopped making excuses about where I was and I actually took action did I see change in my life. It had to come from me. So many people were telling me, oh, you'd be great at this, and oh, you'd be good at this, and oh, you should do this. But until I, Sandra, decided I wanted different for my life, that's when things started changing. When I stopped making excuses about why I couldn't show up, about why I didn't do the things I wanted to do, that's when life changed for me. What are you making excuses about today? How are you hindering your progress because you're afraid to move forward with intention? Because the time is now. There's no time to delay. Every day you delay, you give your future away, and our future is too important. We can't just be giving it away. We can't just be drifting through life. We've got to be clear. We got to be aligned with our goals and move with intention. And that's what it's about. If you are really interested in showing up and getting your wins, then you're going to consistently do the work. Thank you for tapping on the screen. Thank you for getting this out to your friends, because we want to make sure everyone knows that there is no time to delay. This midweek check-in, it literally protects you from drifting. Why do you think I meet with my coaching clients weekly or every 2 weeks? I can't afford for them to be going down a path that they don't truly want. I can't afford for them to be caught up with what other people say when we have a roadmap that we agreed upon that they should be going through. A lot of times we get caught up with what other people think and we get off our game. Nah, you got to stay on your game. You got to plan. You put effort into what you want to achieve. So go get it. Stop allowing for negativity to succumb to your brain and slowing you down. You keep thinking about all the reasons why it won't happen. So-and-so said it didn't work for them. Well, so-and-so's not you. You are the one that's showing up and doing the work. So how about you take the step? How about you take the risk? If I would have listened to what everyone else said about, oh, having a coaching business is difficult, it's hard, I wouldn't be here today 5 years in. Yes, it's difficult, but you know what else is difficult? Being an employee for a Fortune 500 corporation, and they still treat you like garbage, even though they're telling you that, oh, we care about you, but what they care about is you doing the work. What sucks is showing up someplace where you're undervalued, where your services aren't, your efforts and your education isn't being appreciated. You hear what I'm saying here? Show up for yourself and do the work. If you want it, put in the work for it. Stop all the excuses. Stop all the complaining. Stop all the reasons why you won't take action. It's either you want it or you don't, fam, because if you want it, you figure out a way. And that's what it's all about. Plain, simple, no chaser. Because it's too important. Your life is too important, or it should be, because if it is, you want to make sure you are doing things that you are truly excited about, you are truly passionate about. A lot of times people are just going through the motions, drifting through life, drifting through the things, not aware, not mindful of how they are moving, and they're giving away their future. Giving away the future. Do you want to own your future? Well, you got to lock in today. You've got to do the things that's going to help you move forward with intention. Every day, I'm excited because I get one step closer. You know that song, Closer to My Dreams? Every day I get a step closer to my dreams by coming on here, coming live to you on my YouTube channel, coming live to you here on my TikTok profile. I'm letting you know I'm serious about my wins. I'm a goal getter. Every 90 days, I'm showing up intentional to achieve my wins. I'm not allowing procrastination to steal my progress because I know what it is to procrastinate, to be in my head, to want everything to be perfect. Let me tell you, nothing's perfect. Nothing's perfect. So when you aim for perfection, aim for heartache, aim for frustration, aim for just stress. But if you aim for progress, to take another step further, to take another step closer, to get another step closer, well, then you can make some changes because it's not always going to be perfect. I remember years ago, friends of mine worked with a mobile telecom company here that everyone knows of, very multinational company. And so they were working as a consultant. And so they have all these different projects, IT projects they're working on, rolling out new products. And what I learned from my friends is they would be frustrated because they would work on these product launches and then this company would just push it out. The product people, the development people, right? The IT people that work on these projects, they clearly know that the product was not ready to be pushed out. There was some quality control testing that they still had to do, but the company had a deadline. And so the company would push out the products knowing that it wasn't 100%. But in pushing the product out, consumers still bought it. And so guess what happens? Consumers call and say, hey, this product isn't working so great. And you know what the company would say? We got a fix for that. They would send the fix because even though they launched the product, they still had people working on the known issues. Here's the thing. We're waiting for perfect when we're being sent out things that aren't perfect, but there's a fix. Can you fix as you go? Can you get something out and tweak it as you go? Of course you can, but that only happens if you don't allow yourself to be so rigid, if you don't allow yourself to feel as if it has to be perfect. Because when you aim for perfection, you're aiming for disappointment, my friends. Aim for progress and understand you will tweak as you go. You will make some changes. You will learn some things. You will update. That's what it's been these last 5, almost 6 years. It's been a faith walk, trusting and believing in myself, showing up, doing the work, getting the help, asking the questions, making sure I have my coach to help me on my journey, making sure I'm working with the trusted advisors to help me, asking questions, going to get training, because I believe in the work I desire to do, but I know I also have to keep learning and growing. So I get in community with people that can help me because I desire to go far. What about you? Do you desire to go far? Get with the people that can help you. But what you're not going to do and what no one wants to hear is you're complaining, because we're all trying to figure out our way. So you can complain, but don't be surprised when no one listens, because we all have our set of challenges and obstacles that we're facing. But if we continue to move forward, if we continue to have faith, if we continue to believe, we can choose to get one step closer. Welcome in, fam, one step closer to our goals. And then before you know it, that silent procrastination is gone, because it can't harm us, because we are moving with intention and we are taking actions, and we realize that we just need to be aligned in order to achieve what we want. We're not tired. We can run the race. We can do the work we know we desire to do. We are just making sure we're aligned in order to be intentional and achieve our wins. So today, this is the question for you. How are you showing up? How are you doing the work? How are you making sure that your goals are aligned with what you truly value? Each day you get an opportunity to get your wins, my friend. And so it's up to you to show up and say, I believe in me. My goals matter. And because of it, I'm going to get my win. I'm Coach Sandy B, and I'm here to let you know that now is the time. Now is the time for you to say, I believe in me. It is a midweek. We are letting go of the things that didn't work these last couple of days, but we are focusing on what we can control. Understand that in the middle of the week, this is time for us to slow down, to reset, to think about what we want. Because we can't afford to delay the progress that we so greatly need. Every day you delay the things you know need to be done is a day that you are literally giving your future away. And we don't have time to give our future away because we got goals. And so understanding that before the week is over, we can still shift and make changes in order to get where we need to be. We can still adjust. We can still execute those plans we had for the beginning of the week, but it requires for us to lock in. It requires for us to stay focused, and it requires for us to believe that we can do it. See, this midweek check-in, it protects us from drifting too far off course because we want to stay aligned, right? In order to achieve our wins. Today, decide that you will stay aligned for your wins. You will not allow for drifting to occur because you're showing up and you're doing the work. You're checking in. You are aligning yourself. You are making sure that you are not allowing procrastination to get you off of your game because you got goals, my friends. We got goals to achieve. So with that, let's get our wins. Show up and do the work every 90 days. This midweek is a perfect time for you to say, I'm locking in. You don't need pressure, but you definitely need a sense of urgency because when you move now, you are building that muscle that will carry you through to the rest of the week. And that's what we want. We want to make sure we are locked in, not allowing the distractions to get us off our game. So we're turning off the noise. We're turning off all the things that will hinder our progress. We're staying focused because we know focus is how we catch up. And we got some catching up to do. And discipline is how we stay ahead. So we want to catch up by focusing, and then we want to stay disciplined so we can stay ahead and achieve our wins. You got this, goal getters, and I'm here to help you on your journey with 90 Day Wins Coaching. Come be a part of the Win Collective on School. This is where we lock in. This is where we allow for community to equal accountability. By nature of you just being in this space, you will be convicted, you will be inspired, you will be encouraged to take action for your wins. And you might be lit up too because we are burning hot for our wins. So are you ready to take it to the next level? Because here's the thing, you don't have to navigate procrastination, feelings of inadequacy, overthinking, all the things that are literally keeping you stuck. You don't have to allow for that to be something you deal with alone. Get in community so we can learn and grow and build together because the Win Collective, this is a space where we check in, we stay aligned, and we win together, my friends. So are you ready to win together? Let's do it. Come to the school community and stay a while. Stay and allow for that consistent progress to build for you so you can get your wins. I'm Coach Sandy B, and I'm here to be with you on the journey. So we show up and do the work with great intention so we can achieve those things we desire. It's never too late to get another win. It's never too late to set a goal for yourself and be intentional about achieving it. So until next time, go get your wins. We're checking in the midweek. Go get them things done. You know you got work to do. Do not delay. Time is of the urgency, my